Hello guys, welcome to part 2 of the course Learn to Code from Scratch with Python 3. So far you must be knowing that what are the core component or say basic building block of any programming languages. As in the part 1 of the course I have discussed you about these topics. So if we look into that, we have seen that how to start coding in any programming language. Along with that, I have also discussed that basic building block of any programming languages, and then we have also seen that mapping of those basic building block within Python programming. Then we have also seen that programming paradigm. There we have seen that how many ways you can write the programs. So now in part 2 of the course we are going to look into following topics. But before going into detail of all these topics, I just wanted to let you know that I have created all these things in a step by step manner so that you can understand it very easily if you are non-programming background or if you are a programmer background. In both the cases you can understand the topics easily and you can easily relate each topic with each other because each steps is related with each other somehow. So I scattered this topic in a step by step manners. So now in step 1 of the course we will look into the Python overview, why we are going to use Python, what are the main characteristics which actually making Python a great language or must to know the language in the current IT world. In the step 1 itself, we will set up the lab for Python as well, where I can show you how you can easily install Python. And then afterwards, we will also look into how to write your first program. And then we can also look how many ways you can run the programs. Once you are comfortable with the Python overview, then we will proceed further and look into the programming Python programming core elements, which actually provides first stepping stones to proceed further into the language. So in this aspect we will look into that what is variables, which I have already discussed in our part 1, but here we will discuss more about Python specific variables. And then we will look into data types, simple data types. Then we will look into collection types as well. Then we will discuss about the arithmetic operators in Python. We will learn all these things with the help of exercises. So the course I have designed it like that you can do the exercises and learn the thing. It is theory plus practical both, so that you will be comfortable and you will get a feel, yes, I am learning now, I am understanding it. We are doing it more on your terminal. The more you will do, the more you will learn. So in the same aspect I have designed the course so that you can do more hands-on lab. I have created so many hands-on lab for this. I will provide mathematical exercises as well. With the help of Python you can solve those mathematical exercises, so you can understand that how do you can use variables, how you can use arithmetic operators, collection type, all those things. So now once you're comfortable with the core elements, we will move further and look into the flow control in Python. Flow control I have also discussed in part 1 of the course, and where I have used Python as well, but here we will look into in terms of exercises perspective. Here we will do more labs and we will resolve some mathematical problem with the help of flow control. And along with that, what we have learned in the step 2, we can use that portion plus flow control within this exercise of flow control in Python, so you can understand that how step 3 is related to step 2 and how we can write a program in a more meaningful manner so that you can understand all those things. So I have designed the exercise like that way. Once you understand, we will proceed further and look into the iteration and looping concept. This is also I have covered in part 1, as it is a part of basic building block of any language. The only thing different is over here is that the syntax. So here we will again do the exercises. We will look into for loop, we will look into continue loop statements, and we will look into types of loop. Then we will look into break statement, when to use break statement, when to use continue statement. All these we will do with an exercises so that you can understand that in what scenario you will use all these things. And we can also try to use the previous learned steps into step 4 so that you feel comfortable with whatever you have learned in step 2, step 3, you will be using in step 4, so that you can relate each of the steps with each other and you can write meaningful program. So far till step 4 you get a good feel about how to write program. But writing a program is more of art, I can say, and to make a good art we need a good number of tools, I can say. So in step 5 I will introduce you what are the tools which we can use to convert a client requirement or a requirement to a program. So where we will look into all those tools which we will use to convert a client requirement to a program. And the tools which we will discuss are functional decomposition, functional flow, data flow diagram, flow charts, and data dictionary. I will give you an example how to use these tools, and so that you will be comfortable to use all these tools. Once you are comfortable with step 5, then we will proceed further and look into functions, as it is very much important to understand that functions, how to write functions. So to give you the detail, we will discuss about what actually it is, how function works, types of function we will discuss. We will also look into the syntax to define the functions in Python. Then what are the returning values from functions? What are the functions parameter and argument? We will do and we will learn all these things with the exercises, so that you will be comfortable after completion of this step 6, and you can easily write functions within Python and write your program in more modular manner. Once you understand that, then we will proceed further and look into variable scoping, as it is really important to understand the variable scoping when we are writing a larger program and where we have many functions. And if we want to share the information within each of the functions, so how do we can use variable scoping while writing a program? We will look into that local variable, we will look into global variable, we will do exercises, and then we will learn all these things. Once you are comfortable with this, then we will proceed further and look into advanced concept, higher order function. So where we will discuss about how a function takes another function as parameters with example. So once you are comfortable with this thing, then we will proceed further and look into another advanced concept that is called curried function. This is again somehow related to the reusability of the code, which we will discuss in curried function session. So these are the topic which I have planned for part 2, and I hope you will enjoy the part 2, and once you comfortable with part 2 you become ready for part 3, that is going to be advanced level of part 2. But one thing for sure is that if you finish the part 2 and if you understand everything, then you have learned near about 70% of Python and you are good to go to start your programming journey. So that's it guys for this overview session. See you in the next session. Bye bye.